Hey everybody, Paul Rudd here, Registered Dietitian in the Marshall County Health Department. Back with your health tips. We're still continuing our P.E.W.S series. Today we're going to be talking about eating habits. Laying a foundation with our health and wellness with this series on P.E.W.S. And with the eating habits, the first thing you need to do is ask yourself, how much and what am I eating? Example, if you're that person that gets up in the morning, you have a couple of chocolate covered donuts and a 20-ounce soda. Well, knocking that back to a 12-ounce soda and maybe one chocolate-covered donut, you're gonna make an impact in your health and wellness. That is the what and how much. As you move down the road, and for today's purposes, with our eating habits, I know this is general stuff here, but it's going to be crucial for your health and wellness. We've gotta look at two key areas. You've seen this in some of my other reels before, but this is so important, it's worth repeating. Added sugars. We've got to knock them out of our diet. Sure, any and all of us, I live in this world too. I live in Realville. What did I mean by that? Hey, I like to have homemade chocolate chip cookies. I like to go out and get ice cream from time to time. Hey, it's your birthday, let's have some cake. I get those things, but eating those added sugars, consuming them in your diet, drinking them in your diet is something that on a routine basis we really need to get away from. With numbers, I've given these to you before, but it is certainly worth mentioning for our ladies and our children out there. We really need to keep it at about 25 grams or less a day. For our fellas out there, adult males, I'm gonna round up just a little bit. We need to keep this definitely below 40 a day. American Heart Association has some really good information and guidelines on this with added sugar. This is where we need to be at with added sugars for our ladies and children, and then for our guys, 40 or less. Where's that going to come from? It's going to be things like cakes, candies, colas, and cookies, but we also have to realize and watch out for those hidden added sugars that are oftentimes in cereals, that are going to be in those granola bars, that are going to be in those yogurts, that are going to be in those chicken dipping sauces and barbecue sauces. A couple of tablespoons of barbecue sauce, 16 grams of added sugar. Think about that. 2 tablespoons, dipping that into your chicken nugget in reference to the 25 and 40. It goes really quick. We've got to get those added sugars out of our diet. The next thing we want to look at with our eating habits, highly processed foods. What do I mean by that? Let's keep it simple. Less than 5 ingredients. You look on that food label. If those words are really long, you feel like you got to go back to science class to understand what you're eating, that's a key for you. We need to have less than 5 ingredients on that food list, and it's best if we're single sourcing our food. What do I mean by that? You get a bag of frozen vegetables. Let's say it's a California blend. It's gonna have the broccoli, the cauliflower, and the carrots in it. You look on the back of that ingredients list, you're gonna have 3 things: broccoli, carrot, and cauliflower. That's it. That's what I'm talking about with single sourcing our foods. Make sure we're getting rid of those highly processed foods. We're limiting our added sugar. We do these things with our eating habits. We're well on our way to engaging the P.E.W.S system and on our way to a healthier you. I'm Paul Rudd. Make sure you be mindful of the blessed day.